Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing Series V's I do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink the stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I'm not going to lie. This is one of those ones where I'm going to have to explain some stuff, so get ready. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is not the case today, not even slightly. I actually bought this particular item probably a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. Something like that. So we're going to get into it. So what is it, folks? What am I reviewing for you? Why does it require explanation? Well, because, folks, I can't even read it. Boom! It's chips from Lay's, but specifically from China. These are Chinese spring limited edition flavor salt and pepper shrimp potato chips. Can we get a thing? Maybe? Will work better over here. The lighting. Maybe? Kinda. Something like that. Ha 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 ha. Sure, okay. So yeah, man. Yeah. I've gone over there and I've reviewed chips from different countries plenty of times now. Like, it's a thing. But in this particular instance, I went over there. I was on my way home from visiting a friend, and there's this one little gas station. Decided to pop in there, and they had a little international section of just, like, weird snacks. This was one of those snacks. And I was like, boom, that's the thing that I want to review. But again, like, it doesn't, some of them will at least tell you, on the thing. This tells me that it was a limited edition for spring. It's not spring anymore. But, yeah, but, like, it didn't actually say the name. All it said on the back was product name, Lay's potato chips, salt and pepper flavor. And I was like, well, that can't be it, right? So I had to look up the information online. It turns out it's salt and pepper shrimp. That's what those are. So let's try out some limited edition spring Lay's things. Ah! Wow, those are pungent. So, one thing I have to mention, because I try to remember to mention it whenever I review chips. Here's the bag, right? Look at it. It's about the size of my head. I got a big head. Now, watch as it pretty much disappears. Because that's how many chips you're actually... And mind you, that's me being generous. It is not a lot of chips, man. I hate that. I think... I will only stop bringing that up when it gets fucking rectified. Because this is like a third of the bag. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, potato chips in my mouth. Oh, okay. Alright. I can see what they're going for with it. They taste nice. I mean, entirely honest with you, the salt and pepper aspect is just really nice anyway. Like, we know that salt and pepper goes together really well. You would think that salt and pepper chips would just be like a normal thing. But not really too much. At least not here in America. But no. I'm down with these. They're good. The salt and pepper flavor is nice. And then kind of, those are definitely the most prominent flavors. Once that begins to subside a little bit, that's when you get sort of a very light seafood flavor. Which, I mean, part of me is crazy and it was like, why isn't there more crazy seafood flavor? But you have to take into account, like, even with these being a limited edition item, people are going to have to eat these things. And not everybody like me is just going to want super crazy flavor, especially if it's shrimp flavor. But shrimp is delicious, so, excuse me. Yeah, but my only grievance with it is I wish that the shrimp flavor was maybe a little bit punchier. Because it kind of, like, the shrimp flavor is, like, probably about what you would expect from, like, some, like, shrimp flavored instant ramen. Like, there's just a little sort of seafoody kind of hint that goes along with it. But the chips themselves are nice. They're Lay's, Like I said, I do like the flavor to them. I think the salt and pepper aspect is supposed to kind of help bring out that shrimp flavor a little bit. Kind of does. Kind of works a little bit to that end, but then it also kind of, almost overrides that flavor a little bit because they're just stronger flavors. But they're good. I like them. They're maybe not at the level of flavor that I personally would like, but they're good. I think they're fairly representative of the flavor that they're supposed to be. I don't know that I would necessarily go with shrimp if I were just, kind of guessing at my leisure, but I could guess like a seafood kind of thing. But it does beg mention, like I said, it's not like a crazy seafood flavor. You can, if you're not into seafood, why are you trying them anyway? But maybe you are. I think you can more or less get away with it. The salt and pepper are definitely the strongest flavor aspects. Yeah, I'm kind of down with these. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Fuck knows I'll probably never see these things again, especially with them being limited edition flavor. But let's say I just ran into them at an import store. They wouldn't be my go-to. I've had a lot of, like, import flavors from China, Japan, where have you. And these are decent ones, but they're, like, kind of middle of the road for, like, some of the import chip flavors that I've had. They're not up there with some of my favorites, but they're definitely nowhere near the bottom with, like, some of the ones that I just had to question why the hell anybody even bothered. So, as they are middle of the pack, if I had other options, but if I did run into them just out in the world, I might get them again, just for the experience. Because ultimately they do offer something unique in their own way, even if they're not, like, exceptional, they're still pretty good. If I'm recommending them to other people, again, it's like, just take into account there is a little bit of a seafood flavor. But I think, yeah, man, like, they're fun and, if nothing else, I think if you get the opportunity to try them, try them. Whenever it comes to, like, limited edition stuff or, like, import things, I typically encourage people to give it a shot because even if it's maybe not something you're expecting to like, it could just be an interesting thing to try, Sometimes that can be fun in and of itself. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly actual salt and pepper shrimp-tastic rest of your life. Salt and pepper shrimp, that's some good stuff. I don't eat it very often because typically when you get it, it comes in like the full shrimp format. And then you gotta take off the head and go through all the bullshit. But like my dad, man, when he was around, he would fucking just get a plate of those things, and he didn't give a damn. About the only thing that I'll kind of do that for is crawdads. Like, you get some good crawdads, I will take the time to dig those things out, man. Like, there's so little to eat off of them, but man, is it rewarding. I always feel a little bit bad because, like, I had pet crayfishes as a kid. Anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating, and we're not always surrounded by delicious treats that we're reviewing, like salt and pepper shrimp Lay's and Buffalo Cheetos, which I also just reviewed, and I already ate the candy bar that I had, but it had cornflakes in it. Go watch all those reviews. Life can really suck sometimes. when it does, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I think the thing for me, and I'm just, tossing it out there for you. The thing for me is I'm going to go inside, I'm going to pick one of these bags of chips to eat and one to put away. And then I'm going to go over there, I'm going to sit down on my couch with my Mole Cola, Italian cola, by the way. I reviewed this, go watch that review. And just for shits and giggles, Super Rooster Booster fucking energy drink. I also reviewed this. Not all in one go, by the way. I reviewed this a couple days ago. I was just finishing it off last night. I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking relax, man. I work hard, kinda. Just want to go home, and I hope that, and maybe for you, maybe you're not a relaxing person, maybe you're a workout person, maybe you're, always doing stuff kind of person. I hope that whatever keeps you on your particular equilibrium that's favorable for you, that you're able to go do those things. Right? Right. Bye.